Hey guys, welcome to Tackett's Cowboy Bunkhouse, where ranching is living and living is ranching. It's Christmas time, and everybody's super busy getting ready to spend time with their families. And today, I wanted to take time out to read y'all this story called The Cowboy Night Before Christmas, written and illustrated by my great-great-uncle, Mr. James Rice. 'Twas a cold Christmas Eve on the southwestern plain, and the north wind was blowing through a broke window pane. In that side shady shack, far from home, warmth, and care, shivered two lonely cowboys, such a scraggly pair. They crowded the fireplace where the flames flickered low from the smoldering embers that heated too slow. Then a knock at the door and a bang on the wall. Over the sound of the storm, they heard a voice call. Please open the door and let me come in. I near froze to death and chilled to the skin. The door was unbolted and then opened wide, and a fat little old man jumped quickly inside. There was frost on his whiskers and ice hung from his nose as he shivered and shook from head to his toes. In spite of discomfort, he didn't complain. His expression was jolly as he paused to explain. I was moving this here cargo and making good time. I covered the country from desert to pine. Till I crossed the border to this panhandle land, and the southwestern northern commenced the stirring of the sand. The temperature dropped more than 100 degrees. My team soon fled north where they'd less likely freeze. The old cowman had doubts about this strange little man, but in the Southwest tradition, he put out his hand. You can shake off your boots, you're welcome to stay, or we can help you to be on your way. The answer came quickly with the twinkle of an eye. I got many a mile yet before the sun hits the sky. Could you find me a team I'd gladly pay? Then point my nose south and I'll be on my way. The only critters we have that can pull a full load are the ornery longhorns, and they'd have to be showed. They ain't never been hitched to a wagon with reins. They'd be too much trouble, 'cause they're mighty short on brains. They made an odd threesome as they went out on the range. The old cowhand and the youngster and the old man. So strange. They saddled 3 broncs in the dark freezing night. With cold stiffened fingers, they made the cinch tight. While roping the longhorns, they bumped and they stumbled. Numerous times from their hosses they tumbled. It took all 3 working an hour or more to hitch up the wagon in 2 rows of 4. The longhorns at first refused to obey when the strange little man tried to get underway. Then one lifted his head and gave a bellow, and the rest, one by one, they started to follow. The longhorns were straining and pulling together. They built up their speed, and just like a feather. On a strong gust of wind, their feet feet gave a bound. Then the man, wagon, and Longhorns, all at once, left the ground. The cowboy and the youngster stared up in surprise. A trick of the storm, or too much wind in the eyes. Those were the thoughts as they looked up in the sky. Any fool knew darn well that such things cannot fly. The young cowboy grumbled as they moved toward the shack, but the old one stayed quiet, peered near all the way back. They reached the side shanty and opened the door, and they couldn't believe what they saw on the floor. Two pairs of new boots with spurs made of silver, with a note but no clue as to who was the giver. They made out the words in the dim fireplace light, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." I hope y'all enjoyed this Christmas story. As always, thanks for stopping by at Bo Tackett's Cowboy Bunkhouse, where ranching is living and living is ranching. I want to wish y'all a very Merry Christmas.